most crowdedest lair yet. Ogre's Lair, 2 physical beings in the lair. We got Commissioner Jakey from the Shit Happens organization, the second place Shit Happens organization. I tell you, the guy's been doing everything this year. Joining us, Jay, love ya. How you doing?
How you doing?
And we have the GM of the first place Token Liberal organization. He's sexy as fuck, and he's just taking the league by storm. Isaac Cohen. Isaac Cohen.
Am I on? Am I not on? What's going on, boys?
Woo!
Whoa.
Woo!
You're on. We're on.
I tell you.
It's good to be here. It's good to be here, you know? It's an honor, Dan and Olga. I'll tell you that. It's an honor.
Welcome.
But I tell you, you really suck, man. I tell you that. That's really – I hated the move what you did with the scoreboard watching. He's like, oh, pointed first place.
Yeah.
You kidding me? That's Ert. But why are you not worried about the juju? Why are you not worried about the fancy juju coming back to you?
Listen, I was giving credit to Irv, and I know he took it the wrong way. So, you know, I had to throw it back in the league's face. I mean, I had nothing else to go to. That was my go-to right there. I was desperate. I had to reach in my back pocket there. So, you know.
It shows how scummy you are. But, okay, the fantasy gods reward the scumminess. You're 4-0.
If it's retaliation, it's okay.
Okay, if it's retaliatory, Ogre says it's okay. I hear that. I hear that. Tell us, now that week 5, we've just entered into week 5, closing the chapter on week 4, takeaway time. Start us off here. Isaac Cohen, what is your week 4 takeaway?
All right, so my week 4 takeaway right off the bat is, I hate to say this, you know, I hate to say this. I mean, this is a guy that I think is going to end up being a top 10 play at the end of the season. And he started off the season first couple weeks of a week. I think Deshaun Watson, I think we have to watch out for this guy because, you know, as much as I hate to say I like Jakey's team, if Deshaun Watson is going to be playing like an animal, because, again, he was coming into the season hurt. He was coming off ACL surgery. No one wanted to touch him. Now the guy's putting up monster numbers. Watch out for Jakey's team. That being said, I recall.
It's too much in the takeaway. It's too much in the takeaway. But I love it. Okay, that being said, wrap up the takeaway.
That being said, I realize that you don't have to have a balanced team in fantasy to go far. You don't have to have a balanced team.
That's a takeaway.
Yep.
That's a takeaway.
Great takeaway.
That's a takeaway. I tell you. Keep it going. I'm sorry to take your time, but yeah, you don't need a balanced team. Or it's superstar. Piece everything else together. But it's your takeaway.
Can I finish my takeaway here? Okay.
Sorry.
I'm going to Dan Towell right here. I'm going to you. You don't have 1. You don't have 2. You don't have 3. You have 4 superstars. 4. Nobody in the league has 4 superstars. So you started off 0-3. You had a great win last week. I see you reeling off a few big wins. You know, you have 4 monsters. So balance means shit. I'll tell you right now. You can have 3-4 scrubs on the team. It doesn't matter. You can have 3
James Whitey putting up an 18. You could be okay. See, a takeaway here is you don't need a balanced team to win it all.
Absolutely not.
To win it all?
To win it all, absolutely.
Wow.
To win it all, you have to be on top of the pickups. You have to know who to drop, who to start. That's obvious. But we're talking about going deep into the playoffs. And then you have to be making the right moves in the championship. Obviously.
That's the key. You need to hone in on your managerial skills and really ramp them up.
You gotta hone those skills. Okay, listen. You blew us away with the takeaway. That is some takeaway. I
agree, yeah, but you need those skills.
Jakey, do you agree with that takeaway? And please tell us what your takeaway is.
So I agree with the take. I definitely agree with the takeaway. Superstars win in the league, but consistent superstars. You need to have the guy that is coming week after week, you know, and just showing up and not laying duds. So I like that. It took Isaac about 75 minutes to get his takeaway. He had about 6 takeaways before his actual takeaway. He's doing a little nahas at Deshaun Watson, who he's playing this week, before his takeaway. But at the same time, no problem. I'll give it to him. My takeaway is something that I've been noticing. I don't know if everybody else is. I know Dano noticed this from last week, but week after week, I'm finding the HFFL for some reason is leaving a lot of points on the bench. A lot of points on the bench. I'm seeing last night, Eric Ebron puts up a 30. I don't blame Aloe. Not the wrong play. I mean, Ebron scored a touchdown every week. Aloe has somebody out there to play. But this guy puts up a 30. Where is he on the bench? Sony Michel ends the game. 30-yard touchdown and 16.5 points. I look at DK's team. Why is this guy not on the roster?
And he should have got hurt. He should have got hurt with the Josh Gordon. You got to get hurt there. You got to get hurt. Play Sonny Michel, not Josh Gordon.
And he got lucky with that last touchdown there with Gordon. Great catch, though. Great catch. And then when you look last week, you had Trubisky, you had Tariq Cohen. I mean, I just looked through the list. There were probably about 7 or 8 guys that were 15 plus, with 5 guys at least 20 plus, 3 guys 30 plus on benches. Trubisky.
I have the answer for that, Jakey.
Did I interrupt you?
Oh, boy.
Give me the answer.
No, I'll give you the answer at the end. Finish.
Isaac Cohen is also, quick takeaway. Isaac Cohen is the official know-it-all of fantasy football. He's the I told you so guy. He knew you should have started Mitch Trubisky. He knew this guy should have started. So you got to listen to Isaac, and that's my takeaway. When he tells you to start someone, you got to listen.
Shame.
Okay, I'm done.
Shame segment, I'll tell you that much.
I am done.
That's a great takeaway. It's a really, really strong takeaway. I think I don't even need to do a takeaway after that. But my takeaway is don't underestimate special teams. Special teams really plays a role in winning football games. In matchups where and by special teams I mean defense and kicker combined, when we match those two up, you got to win the special teams battle too. You got to win on offense. You got to win at QB, wide receiver, running back, tight end, and special teams. They went 3-2-1 record where special teams outscores the other guys' special teams, and it was actually the difference in the Moxie matchup with Ogre. That 23 that Green Bay put up, I believe, was really, really a monster. Ended up winning by 15, 23 and 14. Your Chicago Bears defense gave a 14, but the kickers really went crazy there. I think it was like a 31. So I think special teams is very important in this league. Don't underestimate that. Hence the pickup of the Vikings D that I had, even though they're shit. But I think could be good. So that's my takeaway. Ogre.
Make this real quick because we're running low on time.
In the segment.
Your takeaway last week was a tie is better than a win. Yeah. I'm sort of agreeing with that and following up on that, saying if there's a tie matchup in the week, 2 teams, the other 10 teams, it's a loss for the 10 teams.
That's exactly how it feels like.
It's crazy.
It's a loss.
Because now you got 2 seed and a 3 seed with ties, and they're both ahead.
Right, those should be losses. Those 3-1. If one of those guys are 3-1, you could catch the 3 team.
Right.
It's a valid point, but one of us would have been 4-0. Don't forget that.
One of you would have been 3-0. 3-1.
3-1. Right. But you look at it like that, Jay. I hear that.
I mean, somebody else would also be 4-0. So whatever.
It's really a bit the whole tie is better than a win, but it feels that way when you tie. For everybody involved, I feel like for the 2 teams actually playing that matchup, they both feel like they won.
Right.
100%.
Right.
You tied. You escaped an HFFL week without a loss. When could you do that? 1 out of 4 weeks so far. I've been in this league a month now. Could only escape without a loss 1 out of 4 weeks. Crazy.
Just a quick note. I wish we could have camera on Isaac live the whole time here. While his kids run in, he's pouring himself a scotch. He's pulling them out of the room.
Wait, how do you see? How do you see that I'm pouring the scotch?
I hear all the kiddies, by the way. You got to be in the lair. You got to be in the lair. You can't. You got to be in a kids-free zone. But it's tough, and we appreciate you. We really do appreciate it. Time to congratulate. Actually, we passed over it, and they need their due from week 4. Congratulating points leader from week 4. Shit happens. They are on a tear. 178.5 points. Crazy. These guys are juggernauts. They're part of the game of the week matchup, 1-2. We'll get into that. But really, Mabruk, Nabi and Jakey organization. Really tremendous. Really tremendous. How you feeling about the whole season thus far? You guys sucking each other's dicks?
We're excited, but every week's been actually pretty close in our matchups. So we know what everybody's capable here of in the league. So we're excited but on edge. This week's a huge week for us, as you know, but we're also excited. We got Jameis coming up. We made a big trade for Fournette. So we think that we sort of pieced together some of those holes that we had. We hope, Fournette could be out for a while, but let's see what happens. We'll see.
That guy's showing zeros across the board, J-Dog. Zeros. Every time I look at him, week 5, 0. Week 6, 0. Week 7, 0. What'd you do?
I'm not the biggest Devontae Freeman fan as it is. It was worth a shot for us. Worth a shot.
Okay. And Donnie, you can't listen to a guy like me telling a guy like you what to do. The guy has fucking 500 plus points, and it's got to be good to be on a tear. It's got to feel good to be on a tear. I tell you. Challenge flags. Week 4, closing the book on the week 4 challenge flag winner. Calvin Ridley coming up really big. I know it was in a losing effort, but to back up the 38.5 point outing with a 19, really huge. That guy, I think, is the real deal. And I think he's going to really assume the Mohamed Sanu type of position in that whole offensive scheme. And he has more weapons than him, so it's huge. And looking forward to week 5, it's challenge flag time. I tell you, this Northern Lights strand of rants, very mellowy, very chill. My heart rate is slower, not as excited, but hey, wherever it takes us, right? Northern Lights, baby, Northern Lights. Challenge flags. I want to get this thing started a little here, Challenge flag. Starting off with Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas can't get shut down. 4 for 47 for 6 points against the New York Giants defense. Cannot.
That team is not good away. That's what it is.
Okay, but still, challenge. Fucking challenge. Respond, and get Edirani 20 plus points. Needs it. You need every point in this league. It's definitely not something like that. It's you need every point. It's a race for points leader. It's not piggish to want more points. But I'm telling you, Michael Thomas, step up this week. Isaac?
I'm throwing the challenge flag this week at Odell Beckham Jr. This guy gets his huge contract. He's a crybaby. He's terrible off the field. And you know what? He's terrible on the field this year as well. So he's probably one of the biggest busts of the season so far. If you look at his numbers, I don't think he cracked maybe a 15 all season. I'm not 100% sure, but I think if OBJ doesn't step up, that's probably the biggest bust of the season so far. Who has him right now? Is it the Matthews?
Zeke. And it's also his attitude is just piss poor. He's not gonna. He was saying something about the other day tweeting that are we ever gonna throw the ball more than 20 yards? How did we pay this fucking guy? How did we pay this guy? Ridiculous.
On the flip side, I do predict that he will have a monster week, even though it is against the Carolina defense. Even though they are coming off a bye, I think he's gonna get his. He'll probably come out with a 25-26, and I think he'll be back to normal. So
do you bench Sheppy Poo if you're me?
I'm not going to give you. I'm not going to share that with you, my friend. That information. But just to go back before what I wanted to respond to Jakey, the reason why there's being a lot of points left on the bench is why. What do you think?
No flex. Not
only that, because everyone only pays attention to the projection numbers. And I told you, what did you say in the beginning of the show? What I'm talking about. The projections mean shit. Okay?
Fun fact, read the projections. It was going to be my takeaway. I think Yahoo was 6-0 on projections. So it's all about projections. All about projections. Don't know what you're talking about. Yes, the projections change as TDs happen, but, once I fall beyond 25 points of my optimal lineup with the guy, I know I'm done. It's over, dude. And that typically happens at 2:20 in the afternoon. When I piss my wife off to no fucking end, when we've gotten into a tremendous blowout where she's on the farm with LBM alone, and I'm please just punch watching alone, you know? But I have a big fight on my hands. Can't do it. Crazy.
Noted.
All
right.
I'm going to throw the challenge flag on one of my guys, Mr. Jordan Howard. What the hell is going on with this guy? Switch it up.
Seriously.
Chicago goes up 20-0, 30-0. Mitch Trubisky 40-0. What does he have? 6 carries all game? What is this guy doing? You got to step up. You got to get the ball more. Tariq Cohen off last week because Jordan Howard disappeared.
Right.
So
challenge flag. Throw that challenge flag for guy. Throw that challenge
my
flag.
own guy. He's fucking sitting in the bench from now on.
Fuck him.
You want to hear something crazy?
Talk to me.
Last 2 years, second in the league in rushing yards. Second, 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get in, obviously.
He doesn't.
What about touchdowns?
Touchdown? He's not.
Yeah.
2, bro.
I mean, talk to us when you're done getting yards and starting to score. You know, Jordan Howard, he's an easy pass. That's an ogre guy, you know?
Touchdowns come and go these days. Like, touchdowns are nothing.
And Tariq Cohen is the guy.
Melvin Gordon doesn't give you the yards, but he gives you the touchdowns. That's why he's a top 5 running back.
So deep.
Okay. So I'm gonna go just quickly into my my challenge flag. If you notice, so far Isaac has been attacking this matchup with the Hamses. Okay, I don't know if I'm happy I showed up to notice this. Odell Beckham Jr. 26. Eli's my quarterback. He's throwing a 26 to my receiver. Then he comes back and he throws out. Who's he just throw out? Melvin Gordon. What is he throwing out? Hold on one second.
So something like made a little bit of a crack noise this morning with Eileen, and I said, let me wait to see before.
This is great.
We just stopped the show for Victoria. Is that what's happening right now?
Yes.
You want me to come?
No, I'm going to go myself. So.
I got her. Okay.
Yeah.
Karen, come here. Okay. Sorry about that. We have a quick doctor interruption.
Is everything okay?
Yes. We think everything's okay.
I heard somebody cracked something.
No. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Second thing that I have here is that he just throws out Melvin Gordon, who scores every week. Isaac, enough. Leave me alone. My challenge flag.
He's doing what he has to do.
Get off your high horse, Jakey.
All over my team right now.
Yeah.
My challenge flag has to go out to Keenan Allen. 3 weeks in a row, under 10. He's getting the targets. He had 8, 7, and 10 targets. He just can't put up the points. I just don't. I don't know. I don't get it. He's killing Mike. Mike drafted this guy to be a WR1, and he hasn't been a WR1. If he put up a couple of points 2 weeks ago, I think Mike would have gotten a win. Last week, Mike lost by about 20, but still, Keenan Allen needs to come through, and the team's scoring 30 a week. So that's my challenge flag.
Okay. Love it. It's a little disappointing, though, that the challenge flag is on a guy on a team that's in 11th place. But, I mean, I hear you. I hear you. That's one of the reasons why he's in 11th place, you know? And if you can't kick a guy when he's down, when can you kick him, you know?
Nick.
But I think it's time for everybody's favorite segment. Go Gadget Eyes, baby! Go Gadget Eyes! A special birthday edition of Aloha! That's what I'm talking about, baby! Pandemonium, he's 0-4. The 3-side champ is 0-4, people. Sitting he's the cellar dweller. 447 points scored in total. That's good for second lowest in the HFFL. It's just crazy. It's just not his year. And he's going out against a very intriguing. Sorry. Guys, this is a tough time slot, guys.
Interruption.
Crazy. He has a very interesting matchup this week with Mike C. Two guys desperate for wins, and the no Eric Ebron start last night, which is completely understandable because you're not going to do a 2 tight end set and you have Jordan Reed, but it's just painful. It's just a killer. Nothing he could have done. It's just not his year, and just we just all see it. It's an Ella watch. It's just an Ella watch, and it's just wild. And
the truth is, to be honest, Jordan Reed stinks. So it might have been a little bit of a mistake. Jordan Reed stinks.
Okay.
I agree. But I think Allo is just at this point. He's just trying to keep himself out of last place. That's about it.
Right.
Obviously. So.
I mean,
but does he do it to segue into matchups? Does he do it this week? Already, he has Gronk that put up a 10 on him last night. Could have been more. I guess you look at that as you escape that. And does he do it? Cousins and Keenum versus Mariota and Smith. What do you like there?
Who are you asking?
Cousins.
I'm just asking the Kahal here. I'm asking the Kahal.
I think the best one is Cousins out of the 4.
The best out of the 4 is Cousins.
So
You have to get it.
But do we like Case Keenum? Do you like Case Keenum at Jets?
No, I think the Jets are going to come and play this Sunday. Watch out for the Jets. I think the defense is still available.
And
you guys
I
pick up that D.
I like Alex Smith. I like Alex Smith and Marcus Mariota where they're at. Alex Smith, prime time in the Dome at New Orleans. I think he puts up numbers there. I really don't think the Saints could stop a soul. I really don't think. And the Giants are an anomaly. And then Mariota at Buffalo. I think Mariota will struggle, actually. I think they have a sneaky good defense, Buffalo.
I agree with that. I think Buffalo's going to come to play. I think it's going to be a close game. But I'm saying the Jets I think the Jets are going to come out with a win this Sunday. Wow. That's my prediction. Bold prediction of the day. If you want to add that segment, bold prediction. So.
One bold prediction. I love that. So who has the edge here at QB overall now, Isaac?
Mike C's. These Allo QBs are horrible. They're horrible.
Okay.
They're horrible.
Mike C.
I'm going to go with Mike C on this one.
I'm going to agree with that. Jay?
I mean, Mariota's coming off a big game. Alex Smith against New Orleans. I don't think Case Keenum's going to do much. I'm actually going to go Allo on this one.
Wow. I'm actually going to go Mike C also. I think that the Minnesota-Philadelphia rematch, I think it's going to be a very passionate affair, and I think it's going to be very high scoring, high octane. So I like that in the 425 slot, and I don't think Case is as bad as everybody thinks. So I think he's going to put up some numbers against the Jets, but ultimately the Jets winning wouldn't surprise me. And so yeah, I like Mike C there. Keenan Allen, Galladay, and the very inconsistent Amari Cooper against Julio, Alshon, and Keenan Cole. Let's start with Jakey here.
So Julio, while he hasn't been scoring no touchdown, Julio, he's still not going to score touchdowns. The yards have been insane, and this is going to be a shootout. I think Julio's going to have a huge game. Alshon we saw how important he was to the Eagles last week. I know it's unpopular. I like Allo again here. Keelan Cole against KC they're gonna have to put up some points and throw the ball. Blake Bortles is gonna have to throw the ball against that offense that they have. Keenan Allen, I threw the challenge flag at Oakland. He could have a big game. Galladay, there's 3 guys there. You never know. And like you said, Amari Cooper's too inconsistent. I'm going to give this one to Allo too. As you can see, I think Allo's going to win this game.
Yeah, we're seeing that. I like Allo also here, by the way. I think Julio has a very big game at Pittsburgh. I think he puts up 40+ here. You have one of those Julio, then he salvages. He gets himself out of the cellar here on this Allo watch because it wasn't a great Allo watch because I was getting all into it, and then boom, I thought somebody also, But I think he might have escaped there, But I think he edges out a victory here because of Julio. So I give the wide receiver edge to Allo. Ogre?
I'm going to give the edge to Mike C. I don't think Julio's going to do anything. Alshon will be okay. I think Keelan Cole's crap. Mike C's 3 wide receivers could put up a touchdown each. I'm going to go 1 touchdown each.
Wow. Fearlessly forecasting 1 touchdown each for Salty X Commish's wide receivers. Isaac, take us home here.
All right, so I'm gonna Julio versus Keenan Allen. Sort of a toss-up. I'm gonna give the advantage to Julio. I think he has a breakout game, even though I do think Keenan Allen is gonna have an excellent game against the Oakland defense, which is shit, especially their cornerbacks. But I think Julio is gonna break out, like he said. He's probably gonna have a 30, 35. Alshon Jeffrey is gonna put up a dud this week.
I'm holding you to that. I'm holding you to that.
Just gonna call that right now.
Yeah,
no. What do we have?
The connection issue.
12,
Gotta fix that
13
Wi-Fi.
last
That connection issue.
week.
Got to drop this guy.
Yeah,
I don't know if even, he's even in the league right now. And Cooper, you know what? I say Cooper's gonna have another good game, so I'm gonna give the advantage to Mike C on this one.
Okay. So I think we're really split here. Coming down to the running backs now. Alex Collins and C-Mac against the underperforming DJ. Who would have thought Yahoo now starts projecting him for under 13 points? It's really, really wild. You gotta, wow. It's just what. Echna flugi borim. No, this guy was on top. Tells us all about. Oh, I'm three. You're in the cellar. DJ and Marshawn Lynch. I love Mike C here. I really do. I think he has. C-Mac is going to go wild on the Giants. I really love him here. I really love him here.
Alex Collins will kill the clock against Cleveland.
Right. And I don't think David Johnson's running all over San Francisco, are they?
No, I don't think so. No.
Thank you. You can't ask the Kahala question. It's like anytime you ask, I got to direct it. I hear you.
They always have good run
special teams, which I'm thinking is super important. Willie Lutzy in a great spot Monday night prime time, and the Houston D.
These off against each other.
No, incorrect. One's the Sunday night football. One's the Monday night football.
I'm saying the 2 Ds. Houston versus
the 2 Ds. Very deep. I started listening to Ogre now. And I think here special teams goes to Allo. You, Isaac?
I'm going to go with Allo on this one. I like Lutz in the Houston D versus this Houston kicker in the Dallas D.
J-Dog?
Yeah, Allo's got the slight edge. J-Dog's busy.
Oh, Jake's
but
busy?
I tell you, this is a matchup where it's anything can happen. A lot of guys, a lot of marks, and a lot of these players. So,
I think this is gonna be a very, very fun one, Isaac. I think it's gonna be very, very fun.
It'll be low scoring though. I think it'll be.
Yeah, it makes one of us. I don't think it's it's gonna be low scoring. I agree with Olga there, but we'll see.
It'll be close.
But low scoring is fun.
Yeah.
Close. I could watch an 80. It's tough to watch, but you can still watch it. Like they're struggling for points, but it's like, oh my god, that fucking catch was huge. Points are at a premium, but when they get the point, it's crazy emotional swings. I'm tuning into this one snap for snap. I'll tell you that much. Allo Watch concludes with that. We run into Week 5 game previews, and coming out of that lowly matchup, we go to a kind of even mediocre 5-8 matchup. Trader Irv, who I thought I don't think his record is indicative of how good his team is, and to Ogres, which I think you should be 0-4. So I mean, I can't believe you turned out. 2 wins, which is crazy. Again, you're doing the not set your lineup thing with, so we have to just assume eight more points for a kicker. So I think this one's also pretty close. A-Raj and Matt Stafford, against the Phil Rivers and Andy Dalton. This is where it's won and lost. No, these are the strengths of their teams here. I love Phillip Rivers home against Oakland, and I love Andy Dalton. And how could you not love? I mean, Rodgers on the road, but I love him too. And that's going to be a high-scoring affair. So I call this a slight edge. I give a slight edge to the Ogres here because he has Rodgers. Isaac?
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to disagree. I think Phillip, even though the quarterback matchup is going to be very close, very, very, very close. I think Aaron Rodgers, Phillip Rivers, pretty even. Phillip Rivers might throw an extra touchdown. I know he's been playing lights out, I think at home versus Miami, I think he's gonna have an excellent game. I'm gonna get and on the flip side, Stafford also against Green Bay is it's gonna be a big shootout. But I give the slight edge to Phillip Rivers and Andy Dalton. I think they're gonna pull this one out between those.
Okay. And really, it's very slight. Ogre, take us home there.
I'm gonna give the edge to myself because I'm the best fantasy player ever.
Okay, and you can't even be participating in this. So it's gonna be. You lost your head. You lost your head. You lost your head.
Can I cut in?
Devontae, Golden to Tutors, and Nelson Aguilar against AJ Green, Cooper Kupp, Geronimo Allison. I really love Irv's receiving core. How is this guy just 2-2? Am I missing something? Is Geronimo Allison not as good as he needs to be? AJ Green always puts up points. Copy Poo, Kangaroo, Money Jones. I like Trader Irv here on the wide receiver front.
Did you guys lose me here, or am I here?
Oh,
Lost you completely. Lost you completely.
Welcome back.
I'm talking. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm back. There I am.
And he's back.
So I heard everything you had to say. Just quickly on these quarterbacks. I'm a little torn also. I don't think Rodgers has a great – I don't think he's healthy, and I don't really think he's going to tear up Detroit. Detroit's actually been pretty decent, but at the same time, I think Dalton's going to have a hard time this week because it's not going to be a shootout. The first non-shootout game he's going to be in. He's not going to be going back and forth. I think the difference, though, here is Rivers over Stafford, so I do give Trader Irv the quarterback advantage here.
Okay. And we go and from a receiver standpoint, Jakey, can you take us home first, and then we'll go Isaac, then Ogre, rapid fire.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not a big Geronimo Allison fan. I don't think he's going to have a great game. Kupp, I think, is inconsistent. I think he blew his load last week. He'll come back with maybe a 10. I don't think he's going to have nothing, but I think he's down to about a 10 this week, coming off that 35. AJ Green has been oddly touchdown dependent, so I'm not loving that either. Golden Tate's been a monster. Aguilar's been good, even with Alshon back. This one's tough. I don't love any of the receiving cores, to be honest with you, but I'll probably give the slide edge to Irv.
Wow, I gotta tell you, I'm doing something. I don't know what I'm talking about. I really don't know what I'm talking about.
All right. I heard rapid fire. All right.
Love it.
I'm gonna give a quick analysis. I'm gonna have to agree with Jakey. Slide edge to Irv. I don't love the receiving core either. I think Aguilar's so-so. Golden Tate's been playing very well. Adams, Allison, I think a couple of guys are banged up on the receiver end on Green Bay. Coop, what's his name? Coop, whatever the guy's name is. Very, very inconsistent. AJ Green, we know his history, but I'm going to give the slide edge to Irv on this one.
Okay. And then you got you can't do it. You cannot do it. And then we have Eckler, Freeman against Ingram, Yeldon. I want to agree. I want to get something to agree one time. Hopefully I'm seeing eye to eye with you guys here. I give the edge to Trader Irv again because I think Austin Eckler is a quality player. I think he could give fringe RB2 value to it. And Devontae Freeman, I think, challenge flagged him, and I think he responds.
Agree.
Jay?
I disagree, actually, personally. I think Yeldon outscores everybody in this matchup. Yeldon's going to have a huge game. Versus KC, no Fournette, he's catching the ball. I definitely go with Team Ogres on the running backs here.
Okay, so all of this, we won't do special teams because that's what Ogre gets, because when you don't fucking start a kicker, we don't know where special teams is. I give it automatically to Trader Irv here because I like Cairo Santos.
But Ertz over Kittle. Let's go Ertz over Kittle easily.
Right. I hear that. I hear Ertz over Kittle. I think Kittle's been awesome, though. I think he's been awesome, though. No?
Yeah, not with Beathard. He had a great week last week. I know he breaks for those big plays, but I don't know. Ertz had about 55 catches last week. I'm a big Ertz fan.
Right. And so Jakey, all of this equates to a Irv win?
A Trader Irv victory, and Ogre trying to figure out who to drop, because whoever Ogre drops is being picked up off waivers, which is why Ogre doesn't have a kicker right now.
Very good, Jake. Very good. We're all on top of that, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Except Dano, I'll tell you that much. Except fucking Dano. That just blew my mind. Right.
Get ready for your money. Start spending.
You should have traded Trey Burton when you could.
Right.
You never know. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, man. Sell low, baby. Sell low. I'll deal you right now on the show. I want Trey.
You want Trey?
I want Trey Burton. No.
Yeah,
I love Trey Burton. I'm going with Vance McDonald.
We drop it.
I don't know. Isaac, who do you think wins this matchup, honey?
I think it's a no-brainer. I think Trader Irv takes this one. Sorry.
No-brainer, baby. Trader Irv.
Olga, I think you had a terrible draft. I was very surprised because you're usually very prepared, and you're off your game this year. Start preparing for 2019.
But what do I do for the rest of the year? I can't trade anything because
You podcast.
My podcast, sorry.
And dude, he's a star. He's an absolute star. And thinking about him showcasing his talents. Oh, by the way, I said Trader Irv. I picked Trader Irv. It's time for the game of the week, and give us a little diddly. It's the game of the week. 1 versus 2. You couldn't script it any better. And we're going back to the original Ogre's Lair. We'll be taking the helm on analyzing it on the analysis because we have both guys here that are in the booth.
Wow.
In the booth, in the flesh. You can see how high octane it is. The emotion. Jakey already said, I got to tell you, before we even get into the matchup, I think Isaac has done a ton for his team in this show with the nasty. He really has. Isaac was ready and prepared for the national stage. Jakey was not. He was fighting fair. And I think Isaac really got after him and needed to compensate from his start. It's a poor start. We good? Oh, I heard crying. It's my bad. Edelman and Hines got a lot of garbage time, guys, which really salvaged his night.
Yeah.
And I think the start here, I think Token Liberal's behind the 8 ball. I think Shit Happens puts up a ton of points, a ton of points, and they're a force to be reckoned with. We go to the QB matchup. Drew Brees and Blake Bortles against the Deshaun Watson, Eli Manning core. I think Eli Manning struggles mightily in Carolina. I think he's the worst QB in this matchup. I think Deshaun excels prime time, but I also think he excels prime time. I give the edge here due to Blake Bortles really smoking Eli Manning's performance. I give that the edge there to Token Liberal.
Blake Bortles is going to destroy Eli Manning for sure.
Yeah.
And I think Breeze Monday night at home is going to be better than Watson Sunday night
at home, though.
He's going for the
you can do anything. You can do anything on that defense. Also, that Dallas defense.
Yeah.
So I think I give the edge. I give the edge to Token Liberal, and it's an edge, not a slight edge. It's an edge because I think Eli, you're gonna get a tough 4 out of him. You know, like a 4. You're gonna get a 4, and they're gonna run amok on this guy. So from a receiver standpoint, Tyreek, Taj Boyd, and Julian Edelman. We know what Edelman's done against the Cooks, Fuller, Marvin Jones. I give the edge here to Shit Happens. I like their receiving core.
On the receiving core? Yeah, well, you start Julian Edelman with a sort of shit game. And the Watson to Fuller connection is going to be hot if he plays.
Isaac, that Julian Edelman drop was bad, dude. Bad. You saw it?
Drop? You mean start? No, I didn't see it. I was at a wedding.
No. The drop. He dropped like a 57-yard pass.
Oh, thanks for telling me. Yeah.
Dude, shame for not watching. You know, shame.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance. My niece's wedding.
Oh wow, Mabruk, very nice. Wow,
thank you. So
okay, so I give the edge here to Shit Happens. Who do you give the edge here?
Shit Happens.
Okay, so we have Token Liberal on QB, Shit Happens on wide receivers, running backs Melvin Kangaroo and Carlos Hyde finally sees the starting lineup over the bench because Fournetti is hurt, etc. And who else do we have that's possibly Gio. Gio's, the Gio found has run out. So
out for a month.
Right. So we get to see Carlos Hyde, which I think is a very quality player. And then Kamara and Hines, I think you're going to end up seeing that slight edge Token Liberal here, even with Hines playing.
I'm going to go with Shit Happens. I think Melvin going to keep up with Kamara and Hyde will I think it's a bit close, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Final put up a 12.
14?
Also. Yeah, 12,
Okay.
14, yeah.
And then Kelsey Swaim, I give the heavy edge to shit happens here. This guy has really he's the tight end worth owning in fantasy. Gronk, you kill yourself. Gronk, you're 0-4 in 11th place. Kelsey, you're 3-0-1 in second place. But also he has a ton of stars on this team.
Kelsey's carrying the whole team right now.
Right. So, and then special teams, Jake Elliott, Carolina in a great spot. Cincinnati in a pretty good spot. Also with Dan O'Bailey, you know, I think this is just I'll give the edge to shit happens. I'll give the edge to shit happens. I think overall shit happens wins and Token Liberal is dethroned. After would that mean it? Would that mean that we're dethroned or no? No, because 4-1, 4-0. Yeah. 4-1 to 4-0-1. Boom. That tie coming into it again, even if it doesn't matter with points. Yep. Shit happens. We'll assume first place. So that's what we think we're after.
So we got Token Liberal has Breeze and Kamara Monday night. What kind of lead do you think Jakey needs?
58 points.
Yeah, I was gonna say 55.
He needs 58 points, and that's still Token Liberal has a shot. Right. Token Liberal has an outside shot at 58 points for sure. Kamara's capable of 40 plus. Wow, against nobody? Breeze and Kamara against nobody?
Nobody.
Wow. So Isaac, you're yeah. See, I know. Look, I can't look. I'm fucking stoned. I don't know what to do. Northern Lights. There's a million kids. I don't know. I'm sweating in here. August Lairs, 122 degrees, but it's always fun. Game of the week. I do give it to shit happens though. They run away with it. It's not even a Monday night. I think they're up 72 by Monday night. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So you know, we're gonna hopefully assume a new first place person here, first place team. Shame that it's the cocky Jakey and Nathan Batesh organization. It's Haram. We go to Lil Lindsay's and Matthews's. You take it away, Ogre. You're emceeing, and you'll bounce off of Isaac and Jakey. Are you guys still here?
I'm here.
Oh.
All right, we got Lil Lindsay's against Matthews's star QB. Lil Lindsay's got Roethlisberger and nobody. Got Lil Lindsay.
Yeah, I have my Lil Lindsay. Yeah.
Cam Newton, Matt Ryan. I think Cam Newton and Matt Ryan blow this one away, only because there's two of them and Ben Roethlisberger's only one. Isaac, what do you think?
Like I said in the beginning of the show, I think first of all, I love the team name, Dan. I love it.
Yeah.
Abus. You're gonna run away with this one. Big Ben, Thielen, Brown, Gurley, James White. Bye. I'm very impressed with the James White slot. I love that you're putting him in there. Vance McDonald. Oh, and Lindsay as your flex. I think you run away with this one. This is an easy win. I think he's probably going to put up about 148 points this week. And Matthews takes a back seat.
Backseat driver, baby.
All right, so I guess
I'll see you in the playoffs, then.
We're doing the whole matchup here, Isaac. I guess.
Yeah. You can do the whole matchup.
First things first, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Wallace, who's been texting me throughout the show. He's watching the show. Wallace is watching the show, which is huge. I'm shocked.
Who is?
Wallace.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wallace.
Yeah. Very exciting news. Very exciting.
Plus, he knows how to use YouTube.
So hey Wallace, how you doing? He wants to be on the show, so hopefully we can get him on next week. Maybe we'll see about that. And looking at the teams, I'm surprised at Isaac's projection after he had the Odell 26 in there. I think Cam lights up the scoreboard here against the Giants. Matt Ryan continues again. I think that's going to be a crazy shootout. Kareem Hunt's going to run into trouble. John Brown's been great. Crabtree I don't love. But, I don't think it's going to be as big of a blowout as Isaac projected. I do think that Tevin Coleman's going to have a very hard time now, especially considering, that Devontae Freeman's back. Looking at Dan's team, I love the James White start. I mean, I loved it only after I saw he scored 18. But, I mean, wow, that was a great start. And he barely showed up in the second half. I mean, what do you have, Dan? 16 first half points? And
17 and a half.
I mean, the guy was just outstanding in the first. So I like that. I don't like not starting a quarterback. I never like not starting a quarterback.
I don't have one.
So
Trubisky's on a bye.
I understand. I
Yeah.
I don't like not starting a quarterback any week. I do think Ben has a great game. I think AB has a great game. Thielen, I think, runs into a little trouble versus Philly this week. He's not going to continue. I don't think he finally doesn't go over 100 yards. Daniel's going to like this. I'm picking Team Matthews to win this in a tight one.
I'm going with Dan to take this one. I think Matthews' stars are going to dud like Odell Beckham and Kareem Hunt. And I think Dan's stars are going to go wild. So I think that's going to be the difference.
Oh, the stars are shining bright, baby. God willing, man. It's not the shame. Hashem is great. I tell you, then a huge rivalry. Also, our lenses are here too. Two playoff teams right now, the 4 and the 6, scraping and clawing for, are we elite? Are we great? Are we in the top 3 of this league, or am I in the top 6 of this league? That's what this matchup, I think, is all about. I think, in my opinion, 2 playoff teams. I think these guys are definitely, are not definitely, but going to be in the playoffs. I think, but you'll know. You'll know after today. You'll know who has some separation here, and if Kaskisi.
Who are you talking about?
I'm so sorry. We're talking about DK and Jack Cohen's team. Saquon these nuts. Little shameless plug to Jack Joko, who is the money and almost famous. Almost 50-50. Almost 50-50. Almost 50-50. Which is Jack Set and Ed Guy. What do you think on just from we'll take it from an overall standpoint, even though I really love going inside the numbers. QB play, this guy Derek Carr has put up 35 like that was last week, but he's really put up some sneaky numbers as well. 35, 15, 14. Yeah, only a tough time week 1, putting up QB 2 and above numbers. So him and Goff against Russell, who Russell is going to have a terrible time against these Rams.
He's a mini challenge player guy.
Terrible time. And then and Mahomes, Showtime Mahomes. Why do they keep calling him Showtime Mahomes? Showtime Mahomes. I hated it. No? Did you hear that guy, Isaac and Jakey? Did you hear that guy? Showtime Mahomes.
Of course I heard it. I was trying to. I survived that night. I was touchdown. I was done. That last touchdown, I was done.
Who do you like here at QB?
Russell Wilson, Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff's going to drop off a little, especially at Seattle. He's not going to put up some crazy numbers this season, and vice versa. Russell Wilson, also, I'm throwing a small flag out there, like Olga said. I think he's going to have a decent game. Not a great game, but he's going to play a little better.
Look at his numbers against the Rams. Look at his numbers against the Rams over the past couple of years. Sucks against them. Sucks, but fair.
It's a new year. Derek Carr is going to continue his stellar performance. Last week I think he had 30 or 32. I think he's going to put up an excellent numbers this week. And Mahomes is not putting up any more 40s, especially against the Jacksonville. He'll be lucky if he gives a 20 this week. So I give the slight edge to DK this week.
I'll tell you, you're full of bold predictions.
On the quarterbacks.
Yeah. Jakey, on the quarterbacks?
I'm gonna agree with Isaac on this one here. I think Mahomes, this is the week where he comes down to earth against Jacksonville. I don't think he scores, 5. I think he'll come out with maybe a 28-19. Russell Wilson versus I don't know. I don't love Russell Wilson this year at all. Something's off. He doesn't really have any receivers. He's nobody to throw the ball to. Running game came back. Maybe they're going to try and run the ball to keep the Rams offense off the field. I don't know, but for some reason, I'm leaning more towards Goff and Carr. I think Carr's going to be into a little bit of a shootout himself, so I go to DK.
I give the edge to DK also for all those reasons mentioned.
Yeah, DK gets the edge. I think Wilson and Mahomes are going to struggle this week mightily, and I think Goff's a star.
QB doesn't. On the receiving front, Josh Gordon, Doug Baldwin, Dede Westbrook. I think it could be the most disgusting receiving core in the HFFL.
Yeah, it's rough.
But you got to tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm being just too critical of Kaskisi and whatever. You got to tell me that. That's where I am. And Juju, Diggs, Ridley, I think edge to Ed Guy, Ogre.
Ed Guy gets the edge. You got some nice up-and-coming wide receivers, young, fast.
Huge edge to Ed Guy on this one. Huge. I'm talking 20-25 point edge here to Ed Guy.
Do you think Kaskisi's receiving core is the worst one in HFFL right now?
Today, with the way that, yes. Yes, 100%.
Love that. Isaac?
I don't think it's close.
Isaac?
I don't know about the Gordon. Not a big fan of Gordon. Even I think 12 is going to probably be his highest outing of the whole season, but I obviously give the huge advantage to Ed Guy with Juju, Stephon Diggs, and Ridley will regress a little, but he'll still listen. He'll put up a 15, which is very good. So
that's stellar out of a wide receiver 3. That's what you need, a 15. That's tremendous. You can't have the 6. The 15 catapults you, I think.
Yeah, so I mean the receivers I'm going to give to Ed Guy on this one, no doubt.
RB, Zeke, and Dion Lewis against Saquon and James Conner. Barkley Connor by a landslide. I tell you, this guy's strength is running the ball. He'll run it right down your fucking throat. It's really, he's very strong there. As tough as his receivers are, QB and RB are just very, very strong. I'm talking about 4 plays. So I give him the big edge at RB. J-Dog.
So I agree this week. I think he needs Le'Veon back in a major way. Connor, I think, has really just showed that he's Connor. He's nothing special. He's a 10 at most at this point. I think this week he'll probably put up a great matchup because he's playing Atlanta. But he needs Le'Veon back. But yeah, I give it to DK here, big time. And
the offensive coordinator said that they have to give Connor the ball more. Just fun fact. Isaac, take us home.
I'm going to give the advantage to DK here, even though Zeke's been on fire. Dion Lewis, Derrick Henry, Tennessee. I don't know what the hell's going on over there.
That's a revolving door to stay away from,
I mean, terrible. They're playing at Buffalo. I think Buffalo's D's going to show up. And Connor, like you said, I don't trust what the writers say. They're going to give him more touches. That's all baloney. But regardless, Saquon and Connor versus Elliott and Lewis. I think the advantage definitely is to DK, and I think Barkley's going to put up monster numbers.
Yeah.
So get ready.
A lot of volume there. I think for Saquon on Sunday. Agreed. Jimmy Graham and David the Freak Njoku. I give it to Jimmy Graham easily. Don't spend much time on it. Isaac and Jakey.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Graham.
Jimmy Graham. And then special teams. Yeah. And then special teams, I'm gonna give to DK because whenever you have the Jacksonville defense, I just think he
against Mahomes.
Yeah, but I think we all said on this show that the Jacksonville defense is gonna make a statement, right?
But we gave him 20. We gave him 20 Mahomes. Right. 20 points.
And that game's in KC. So yeah, I hear you. But that's a very good.
It's tough to predict kickers and defenses. I mean, it's.
Yeah, agreed.
Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
Who the hell knows?
You're right. My takeaway could have been shit. So overall, though, who I'm taking in this matchup? I'm taking DK. I'll take DK
also. Quarterbacks and
running backs.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually think Ishab, his wide receivers are enough, and his tight end, his pass catchers are enough to make this up, and I think Ishab and Jack win this one.
Isaac.
I can't do it.
I'll tell you. This is a tough one. I was going to go with DK on this, but I think Ishab's going to pull this one out. I think Juju's going to come. I think he's going to show up. So I think between Juju, Mahomes, even though he's only putting up a 20, I think they're going to eke it out. It's going to be very, very, very close. But I think the Ishab ekes this one out.
Wow. So we have 2 for Ishab, 2 for DK. Let's see how it plays out. I think it's going to be a tremendous matchup against, again, a matchup that's going to separate who has the inside track to the playoffs, who's fighting for their lives. We close Week 5 preview with another pretty good matchup. I tell you, Nate Peterman is poised to put up back-to-back points against me last week and against Moxie this week. Moxie has all it can handle here in a Week 5 matchup here where Moxie really wants to establish themselves as we're a contender here in the playoffs. Nate Peterman, we don't know who he is just yet. Still don't know who he is. Should be more like we know that he's not a good team right now, but can he show and make it interesting with his second win? So already 31 points out of Tom Brady. We should have challenged him, but because he really came to play. And a 26 response, a lot in garbage time with Andrew Luck. The remainder of that, we have, Wentz against Baker Mayfield. I give Nate Peterman the ability to make up the 5 points along with and then some with Carson Wentz. But I think Baker Mayfield has a good spot too. So I think they probably come out even after that. What do you think about quarterback play, Isaac?
Even. Very even. Yeah, this is an even matchup on the quarterbacks. There's nothing really else to say here.
Jake?
Pretty even, but I give a slight edge to Nay.
Mark Nay?
Wentz takes it easily.
Wow, Wentz takes it easily. Ogre then just brings those things in there. They're like, wow, this guy maybe knows exactly what he's talking about. It's crazy. A lot of conviction. I love it. Robert Woods, Nook, and Corey Davis, who's been money, against challenge flag Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, and Quincy Enunwa. I'm going here with Moxie. I think Michael Thomas really lights it up, and I think Jarvis Landry is the man. Ogre?
Yeah, I think Moxie has the edge. Michael Thomas is incredible, and the other side just isn't too good.
J-Dog.
I agree. Michael Thomas is incredible, but I think Nay has a much deeper team right now. Hopkins has been just stellar. Corey Davis came out as just the true number one on the team. Now, Rashad Matthews not there, and Robert Woods has been also one of the most consistent players in the league. And meanwhile, you never know what you're going to get. Landry, same thing. I got to go with Nay.
Just speaking to that consistency, in the past 3 weeks, 21.5, 31, and an 11 for Robert Woods. He comes to play. He definitely comes to play. So very good point. Isaac?
I'm going to give the slight edge to Moxie on this one. I think since Drew Brees I think he's going for a record, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
5 more. So I think Thomas is going to be involved in at least 1 or 2 touchdowns. I think Landry will have a good game. And I think also Enunwa as well is going to have a good game. So I gave the slight edge to Moxie. And I think Woods is going to regress a little. Hopkins will give you some numbers. Corey Davis is not putting up a 30 again. Moxie takes this one.
Okay, we're split there to RB, the critical RB matchup. Royce Poo Kangaroo, Royce Freeman, who I thought looked great Monday Night Football, just not enough attempts, not enough volume there. But he got in. So I think Royce and Philip Lindsay are guys that are worthwhile starting. Solid start. And AP against Ajay Ajayi and Aaron Jones, I give the edge to Moxie.
This is really close. This is really, really close. I'm gonna go Moxie also. Just because Monday night AP. Showtime AP. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think AP's gonna do it. Jakey?
I give it to Moxie, but I oddly don't think he's going to start these 2 players. I actually think Mixon's going to start. I think he's making a mistake by not starting Mixon. So I do think he'll end up being in there, and I think he's going to be the difference maker. I do think Aaron Jones is going to have a big game, but I think Ajayi is going to be pretty quiet. So I give it to Moxie, assuming Mixon's in there. How's that?
Really great spot out. Really great spot out. Yes, he's definitely going to start Joe Mickey Pope. And then so assuming it's Mixon, what do you think, Isaac?
Right. I didn't know about that. Assuming it's Mixon, I obviously give the edge to Moxie. If it wasn't Mixon, I was actually going the other way and give it to Ajayi and Jones. But I don't love, Royce Freeman against the Jets D. Like I said, I think Jets are going to show up this Sunday. So, but again, if he's starting Mixon, Moxie the advantage right there.
I just want to understand, if the Jets D shows up, right, they're going to shut a team out? Like, well, who's this vaunted Jets D you're speaking of, Isaac? I don't understand. What, they're going to stop him? What are they going to do?
He'll put up a 10. Is a 10 good enough for Royce Freeman?
I think so. 10, anything double digits for an RB2, I think is fine. 12 and above is great, in my opinion.
All right.
Jared Cook, Austin Hooper. Not even worth. I think Jared Cook. I think for sure.
Yeah, a little bit.
This guy Jared Cook's been money. No.
Money. Keep going. Jared
Money.
Cook.
Money.
His upside these days is too good. All he does is score.
Pick up of the year.
Overall, to bring it full circle and to take it home, I really think that this is a very, very. I think we're full of a lot of close matchups this week. And I think Moxie just edges Nate Peterman out, and I wouldn't be surprised if that happened the other way, because Moxie doesn't have the bestest luck in this league. But I do see them edging it out and taking the inside track on a playoff spot. You?
I want to go with Nate Peterman. I think Wentz is going to have a monster game, and he'll be enough to get the win.
I'm gonna go
boys, Isaac?
Moxie.
What'd you say, Jay?
I said, oh no, I thought you threw it to me, but I'm gonna go with Moxie here too.
Okay, a blowout or a close one?
No, very very close one because I mean I had Moxie losing a couple position battles here, but I'm gonna go with Moxie.
Isaac.
So initially, when I looked at it, I was on the Nate Peterman train, but then when we were analyzing each player, I'm switching over to Moxie. So I'm going to give the slight advantage to Moxie on this one.
Okay. And the #1 GM currently takes us home, wraps us up. Week 5 coming at you Sunday hot. I'll be in Great Adventure. I'll be in Point Pleasant. I'll be fighting. Take us home, baby. HFFL! Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, boys.
You guys are money. Love it.
Later.